Hi and welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. If you haven't, I'm Leanne and this is my weight loss channel. It isn't really like one plan specific, it is just my weight loss journey and what I'm doing. However, I am following the Slimming World plan to try to lose weight. I've been at this for quite a while and it's had its ups, downs and everything in between. Today I'm on Monday. God, I couldn't even remember what day it were. And can I just say, the woolies are out. It is absolutely freezing. I'm so cold. I've really struggled with my washing. I can't get it dry just because it keeps raining and it's driving me insane. Just thought I'd do a little bit of a weekend catch up because if you follow me along, you will have seen my weighing video and then all my excuses around that. And then I reflected and were like, I am done with excuses, like totally over it. And then I went into the weekend and I've not uploaded all weekend. So what have I been up to? On Friday, I worked and then did some uploading on my Vinted. If you've popped across and followed my Vinted, I really appreciate it. I am trying to sell on Vinted to raise money for saving up for hopefully getting loose skin removal. So if you have followed, that's amazing. I mean, if you want to check out my wardrobe, I would really appreciate that and give me a follow just to boost my algorithm. I sell like unique and vintage clothes on Vinted. And it's Quirky Duck Designs Ltd, and that's who I am. So Friday was really busy. On Saturday, oh God, what did we do? Saturday was supposed to be a chill out day because I felt really drained and really rubbish. I was supposed to be going out with a friend and I was like, oh, I can't, I'm really poorly, I just want to have a chill out day. That didn't happen. We ended up going and picking my mum and dad up and going to the travel agents because we had a holiday to pay off. That then escalated and we ended up taking them to Barnsley city centre just for a wander around. That, we had a cup of tea there, walked around the shops. I bought a few bits, but nothing massive. Took mum and dad out, which I felt like that's what you do every now and again. And then we came home and we were going to have a chill out afternoon. Oliver bought some rabbit and he wanted to make rabbit stew, which I'm vegetarian, so not for me. I had my egg delivery and thankfully he caught us in. So my free range farm eggs have arrived, which given the fact that I'm really refocused, I really needed because I've run out of eggs. And then Oliver's dad rang and he's got a fish tank that we gave him that's got tropical fish in. And he's got a snail infestation. So he worries quite a bit. So we went up, he's on his own, his dad. Went up for a cup of tea. I ended up fishing out with my hands 32, I think there was, snails from his tank. And then trying to help him sort that out. He's had some new plants, we found out. And I think the snail eggs have come on that. But after we'd been there and chatted and sorted the snails out and everything he needed to do, we got home. And it was like 10:30. I think it was 10:15 actually, I'm not going to lie. I packed up my Vinted parcels, we posted those. Oh, in between that, we also needed to pop into IKEA because I love their resealable like sandwich bags. They're really thick and really amazing like quality. And we thought, right, we'll pop in there. So we did that, got a sandwich bags, and that's on the way to Oliver's dad. So it was like worthwhile doing. Food. Oh, and then on Sunday, I spent the whole day uploading to Vinted and trying to organise like all the stuff that I've listed with like an SKU code, just so it's easy for me to find then when I'm posting out, and just organised all my postage bags and thank you cards and things like that. So that was all day yesterday. Food wise, I know that I had a bit of a wobble and I made 30,000 excuses last week, ranging from hormones to being busy, being tired and all the rest of it. And then after my reflection, which I needed, I've been refocused. I've totally been refocused. I went for a brisk walk jog, I'm going to say, on Sunday. So I'm having a rest day today. So I'm not going jogging tonight, but I didn't get the shin splint, so I think I just need to maybe Do it in smaller stages because that was painful when I got like the cramps at the front of my legs. So that's where I'm at with that. I've also ordered myself a skipping rope, which arrived on Sunday, which that is something that I'm gonna start doing, skipping. My coordination is getting better since I've lost weight. I've always been really, really super clumsy. And I think there's some stuff that changes when you lose weight that you don't actually acknowledge, and then something happens and you acknowledge it. So my dad skips and he's 65, and I had to go with his skipping rope, and it did inspire me to think, actually, they were only £3. I bought the B skipping rope from Amazon, and I've ordered it myself, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's something that I can do pretty easily, pretty fast, and doesn't take a lot of prep. And I thought, right, that's what I'm going to start doing. So between that, walking and jogging, because at the minute I'm not paying for the gym membership, I think that's quite productive. So I'm being a lot more active, and that's never really changed actually, even when I've been making excuses for myself. I'm a lot more active, and I'm a lot more clumsy, and I think skipping's going to help me hopefully increase my, what is it called? Like not being as clumsy. I don't actually know what the word is. More balance, maybe? Balance? Hand and eye coordinations? I don't know. But anyway, that's getting better since I've lost weight. And yeah, overall, I'm hoping to improve that further. And my core body strength. And I'm not getting any younger. And Oliver keeps pointing that out to me because he is 37 and I'm 41 and I'm 42 in March. And he keeps taking the mic out of me, the fact that I've got a toy boy and that he's loads younger than me. And it's starting to piss me off, I'm not going to lie. So anything I can do to improve my health, because he's naturally skinny and quite, he doesn't look very muscular, but he's actually quite toned. And it winds me up, so that's what I'm doing. Anyway, nothing like a bit of competition is there to motivate you on. So yep, that's where I'm at. Food wise, I have been, last night when he had his stew, I had a mushroom and sweet corn omelette. I'd had corn and salad for my dinner. I didn't have breakfast. On Saturday, what did I eat? I had eggs like about 11:30. It was actually a bit earlier than that. And then I just had 2 cups of tea while we were out. I didn't have anything like with it, and I stuck on plan. I would have loved to have a scone, but I didn't. Oh, and then when we went to IKEA, because we'd not eaten again and we were starving, I did actually have, do you know their plant-based meatballs? And I did have the gravy, but I did have at the side, potatoes. They had new potatoes, so I had new potatoes and like this green veg stuff. It was like a mix of things rather than having the chips, and I had peas as well. I didn't eat a load of potatoes. I did give some to Oliver, but the meatballs, the plant-based meatballs, I did not sin and things like that, but I'd not really ate loads through the day, so I think that was balanced. And I've been walking around, so that's all good. I'm not aiming to be super restrictive. I just want to be focused and stop making excuses for myself. And I'm feeling a bit better about that. I definitely feel like I'm a lot more on it. I feel a lot better about it. I feel a lot focused, a lot more focused. Last time I weighed in, I'd put £2 on. So I'm hoping this week I can get rid of that debt. If I'm really lucky, which I don't want to push it to be fair, but either this week or the week after, I would love to get into the 13 stone bracket margin, which would be absolutely phenomenal for me, because I've never in my adult life, even the last time when I did like the Cambridge diet, the lightest I got was to 13 stone 13. If I can just get to 13 stone 13, that's like a huge milestone for me. And I do break my weight loss journey up into like little segments, because I think after I've got to the 13 stone 13, my next big target, which will be my next segment, will be 12.5 stone, because then I will have halved my body weight. And I don't know, I just feel like that'll be good for me. I do feel like I'm less bloated this week because I've been like a lot more on plan, eating a lot healthier, less processed foods, drinking more water. I've swapped out some of my cups of tea and coffee for black tea and coffee and herbal tea. And overall, I feel like I'm doing okay. It does feel quite norm to eat and live like this, because I've just been doing it for quite a few weeks now. I can't even remember what week I'm on. I should really work that out. But yeah, overall, it was a good weekend. How are you guys getting on? I do like to hear. It does inspire me and motivate me on. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you're feeling focused and on it. And if you've got a weigh-in coming up, my fingers are crossed for you also, because mine's coming up on Thursday. And I'm not nervous for it, but I think because I'm so close to that 13s bracket, I'm starting to feel a bit like, I really want to break that barrier, because I've kind of reflected and seen a bit of a pattern that every time I get close to a new stone bracket and I feel like it's in kind of an achievable reach, I seem to go and have this wobble and put myself back and put myself in debt, and then I have to get myself out of debt and over that next stone bracket. So I do always feel quite nervous when it comes to a new stone bracket. And once I've stepped over that line, I generally feel a bit better and I'm okay for that first, like the first part of that stone. It's always when I come to the next bit of a stone bracket. So I hope I can stay focused and get there. I will continue to upload. As always, think thin, and I will catch up with you again soon. Take care.